Emma.
Thank you very much. A number of weeks ago we had a young man called Gavin come in and give evidence, and very inspiring young gentleman, and one of the things he talked about very fondly was his PA Phil.
Yes.
And the difference that Phil had made to his
Yes.
life. Since then I've sort of met with Phil, and they're doing an incredible initiative in Holt. Phil is actually taking on 2 apprentices who are care leavers to work with him and sort of develop and support the care leaver package. Now, in 2016, your department said it would look into reviewing the role of personal advisors, of PAs. Just wondered, when will this review take place?
So, what we've already done is given TLAs additional funding to implement the new duty to provide personal advisors up to all the way up to the age of 25. So we've allocated 3 million for 2018-19, rising to 12 million in 21-22 to implement that new duty. We consulted with the LGA and the ADCS on the new burden of assessment to get that number right. That number wasn't sort of plucked out of thin air. So that's now in place. I've also added a number of questions onto our survey to understand better the role of personal advisors and how that's working. I have a number of children in care and care leaver groups that I meet with regularly, and that the role of the personal advisor comes up, as you can imagine, a lot in those discussions. So I want to understand better how that role is working.
But you did say that there was, in 2016, you said there was going to be a review, and am I right in saying that hasn't happened yet?
It was before my time, but I will find out. Rather than doing another review and being berated by your chairman, I thought I'd rather get on with doing the job, which is extend the personal advisor to the age of 25, get the money flowing to help that happen.
Extending it to 25 is definitely welcome, but the LGA said that the money that you've given is only enough for 20% of all care leavers, which is around 4,700 young people out of more than 23,000 people. So is there any plans for the government to look at extending the money for PAs?
So, I mean, actually, I've got the details here, but I don't want to read it out to you. But we actually did a lot of work of how we decided what the money is, working with the LGA and consulting with them. The money does go to 21-22. So it starts off at 3 million for this year.
Yeah, I've got that you've got here 12 million. It's just that the Richard Watts, chair of the LGA's Children and Young People's Board, the evidence that they've given is it's only enough for 20% of care leavers, the money that the government's allocated for this PA programme. Is that something you'd look at again?
Well, I'll happily look at what they've said, but we've certainly based our calculation to make sure that there's enough money in the system for the demand that we believe is there for it.
Yeah, because one of the other things that they've said, the report by Social Finance, Leaving Care, Leaving Well, saying that a quarter of the PA's time is taken up with admin tasks, only 30% of the time is spent working with a core, 20% young people in crisis. I mean, other plans, you've talked previously about sharing best practice and looking at where it's working well. I mean, obviously you're always welcome to Hull to look at how well they're doing it there. But are there plans to sort of look at where it, if not a review, but look at where it's working so well and really transforming lives, and where it's not as effective, and what can you do about that?
And so so I do that in 2 ways. One, I have my sort of regular meetings with children in care and care leavers to understand better how we can improve the support available to them, and also the number of questions I've put into the local government survey is because I want to unpack and understand better the support the personal advisors are getting in terms of training, and because when I talk to care leavers and children in care, on the whole, I think the sort of the PA program is seen as a positive one, a good one.
Yeah.
But it is the same sort of things you've cited are cited to me, i.e. they spend too much time on paperwork, not enough time working with the child or the young adult. And that's why I'm trying to understand that better as well.